Hi guys, my name is Doug Hickey. This is the first video blog that I've ever done. I'm doing this for Liberty University Counseling 500. So to get right to it, to answer the first question, what did I notice about the videos? In the first one, the non-judgmental listening cycle, he talked about how it begins at the beginning of the interaction with the client. He talks about the invitation piece to get them to talk. He talked about his reflection skills. He mentioned, the obvious things like nonverbal communication, the encouragement, asking open-ended questions. I noticed that he rephrased what the client said. He would say things like, say more about that. So that was the first video. In the second video, the invitation skills, I noticed the young lady would say things like, tell me more about that. She would restate what the client said. Again, she would say, can you tell me more about that in regards to the accident that the gentleman had? And she also asked, how do you see your life has changed? So she asked those open-ended questions, invited the client to talk more, and then she would restate what the client had said. In the third video, in regards to reflecting the feelings, he would say, I feel like the client, ask, how the client would feel. He would ask how, those open-ended questions. But with the feelings, what I noticed is that he went through the whole range of emotions. He started talking about leading her through being anxious, and then talked about how she was frustrated. Then they talked about how she had resentment and she was mad and angry. So he led her through the whole range of emotions. What I noticed, though, it seemed like to me, is that he led her was more like he was projecting those feelings onto her as opposed to reflecting those feelings from her. So it seemed like he led her a little bit down that way. And then he would summarize again, did I hear you correctly? And this is what you were saying. The last in reflected meaning, it talked about just having that personal significance of the client's story. They said it runs deeper than the feelings, but they said it's also more subtle to get to. So in that one, it incorporated all the skills, the inviting skills and the feelings part, and then the meeting. To me, it seems like what would happen is through this process is that this is something we do on a regular daily basis. All the skills, starting with the opening questions, the listening part, to the invitation, to reflecting feelings, to reflecting meaning. That's something we do on a regular daily basis in our conversations. I know it's what I do. It was good for me, though, to be able to identify those, to put a label on those. I noticed that it's something I do on a daily basis in my conversations, but it was good to have those labels for them. So that's what I saw within regards to the videos. To answer the question, is this what I thought a regular counseling situation would look like? I would have to say no. I mean, it kind of had, it looked like it went through the motions of a counseling session, but the setting seemed very cold and very clinical. And I would imagine more of a relaxed atmosphere and more of a conversation. I get they were just videos, but as a counselor, I want to have that personal connection with my client. I want to make sure that they're comfortable with me. For me, it's about trust. I'm a teacher. I work with students, and for me, it all rises and falls on trust. If they trust you, then they're going to open up and talk to you. If they see you as anything outside of that, they're not going to get what they need, and you're not going to be able to get what you need to help them. So I hope that helps. I hope you've enjoyed the class and look forward to seeing you as we go further. Good luck in all your endeavors. Thank you.